Hobbs now for Essendon with Parrish and now Setterfield out for 4+. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an interesting way of looking at it. I mean, Hobbs is eligible as a foot as well. Is that right? Or maybe just a foot? I don't even know. And Colwell, I just don't think either of those blokes, they're like good draft pickups, I reckon. Good draft pickups to just get stuck into, but maybe not classic. But I like the outside of the box thing. Alex says Hopper and McKenna to Walsh and Sharp. Thoughts? Yeah, I like that, mate. I think that's a good option. Bailey Smith says, Shorty, mate, how are we? I'm pretty well, mate, so I'm going all right. How about yourself? Thanks for dropping in. Finn, is it worth holding Ashcroft for longer? Oh, probably not. I mean, he's in that good position for us where I think if you hold him, he's still every chance to score well, but equally you can trade him and he's done his job nicely. So it's just whatever suits you best. Caden says apparently Track, LD and Hopper are out this week. Wow. Well, if Petrarca was out, that would I feel like that would hurt. Someone just sent me a football. Now that I don't even know what that is, but thanks very much. Where was I? Jackson, best mid in the 560 to 575 range. That'd be Zach Merritt, mate. I think he's probably the best almost in that, that rung below 600. So he'd be your guy for mine. I'll do a couple more. We'll go just 2 more and then we'll jump over to YouTube. Like I said, apologies. It's a bit of a shorter TikTok one, just about 20 odd minutes, but it is what it is. Just time got away from me tonight. Talking AFL, 5 rookies on field with 13 trades left. How does that sound? 5 rookies on field with 13 trades. I'd probably prefer you to have maybe 3 or 4 rookies on field. Let's compare. So I've got 16 trades, and I've got 4 rookies on field. I guess we're calling Sheasel as a premium now. But yeah, look, you'll still complete your team. Like, you'll still be fine, mate. But because you should be able to have a complete team with 3 or 4, maybe 5 trades left, depending how we go for rookies. And just finally, Cam Little, would you be getting rid of Jezek Cameron because of his break even is too high? No, look, I wouldn't be panicking on Jez. It's a tricky one because he's been great for us for the start of the year, but then you got Walsh and maybe Gawn and Petrarca maybe coming to the forward line. Is he still top 6 or 7 forward? I don't know, but I wouldn't rush him out of your team. I still think he's playing good footy. He's just been a little bit colder, which is the nature of a key forward. It is what it is with key forwards. So thanks for everyone who has tuned in. I'm going to jump over. Already got a few questions rolling through on YouTube, which we absolutely love. High is often first in, so we love that. But thanks heaps for tuning in, guys. I'm just going to take that straight out of the thing. But I'll be going on the old live YouTube there if you want to join me. So much appreciated. If you're just a TikTok operator, I will be going with my trades tomorrow night. But as always, got my preview to the round on YouTube. Also got a goal kick video coming out. I've been editing that for ages, but I'm finally going to get it out there. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Love that. We love that. What is going on, YouTube? What is up? Appreciate your patience. I was just a little behind today. I'm a bit tired, to be honest. Not the greatest of, not bad sleeps, but just like, when you get a few not as good sleeps and it just starts to get to you. Well, that's me. And tonight I was like, I'll have a bit of a nap at about like 5 o'clock. Man, it was comfy. Just put the radio on, listen to Gary and Tim in the morning. It's like 5:40 and I'd actually fallen asleep. Had the alarm, 5:40. I had one of these moments. I was like, fuck, 5:40. My alarm's going off. Why did I set my fucking alarm for 5:40? I was like, fuck, it's dark. I was like, shit. where the fuck am I? And then I realized that, oh, yeah, it's still the afternoon. It's just a short nap. Get up, hit the gym, bro. So, yeah, just got in the gym for, it was just one of those sessions where I was like, I really can't be fucked. But you're better to do half an hour than nothing. So that's what I did. Just got in there, got the heart rate up, got a bit of a sweat up, and here we are. So let's have a bit of fun, shall we? Got the quiz later. Taking your questions for the next hour or so, sort of towards 9 o'clock. Thoughts on Day and Raul? Let me look up Will Day. Raul, not for me. Not for me. Can certainly put together a good game against the Eagles. We know that much, but I just don't see it for his position. Day's a different kettle of fish because he's a defender, but this is the worry, which I did say. I don't want to pump my tyres up too much. In short, he's got a few things wrong, but I did say the risk with a bloke like Day is he's still young in a poor team. He can fluctuate within a season, so he hasn't turned up since returning from suspension. But it doesn't look like he's been bad. So I'd still hold, but I wouldn't necessarily bring him in if that's the question. G Money, sorry I can't stay tonight, mate. Just wanted to jump on and thank you once again for dumping Gordon. Back-to-back 156 what a legend. All the best, pal. Thanks, mate. I've been doing my best to just move on from that, but you bastards just won't let me. So, Daniel Yent, shorty boy, looking stunning as usual. You absolute star. Oh, Daniel, mate, you're too kind, my friend. Just give me that pump up every week, and we love it. Josh says, loved seeing you on the sword play potty, mate. Oh, thank you, mate. I do enjoy it. I try to get on there semi-regularly. It'll probably be every 3, 4, 5 weeks, just whenever we can fit it in. But great bunch of lads, and it's great fun talking SuperCoach. They got some great value too. Like they really know what they're talking about. So thank you, Josh. Hi also says I don't like Gordon's role. I think here we go. He's quoting me. I think we should stay away from him. Wise words from Shorty. I don't know if I said I think we should stay away from him, but definitely stand by the 2 weeks ago. I didn't like his role, and he stuck it up me. So it is what it is. Amusement. My fridge told me to trade in Nick Subban, and he got a 0. Nick Subban. That is something else. Chase, hey Shorty, Kelly or Stewart? Stewart for mine. I just think he's clearly the higher end in his position. I think Kelly could be a top 8 mid, but we know Stewart's going to be a top 3 defender, so that's sort of how I make that decision. Matty Parker, hey Shorty, trading targets this week. Is Darcy Cameron worth it this week? Yeah, probably trading targets. I don't have stacks of trading targets this week, but players that are on my radar, like Zach Merritt's at a good price. Lockie Neal, Paddy Cripps, Rory Laird in the coming weeks. I feel like they've all had a bit of a slump in form, but I still see them as top 10 midfielders. So I think they could be someone. And Darcy Cameron's a tough one. I just don't know whether he's going to come back and go bang straight away. Mason Cox was so good last week. Do they ease Cameron into it? It's tricky because he's got a nice break even, nice price. So I'd be happy to just hold a week. If he comes out and scores like 110 or something, then so be it. We know he's back, but I just don't know if I'd pull the trigger immediately. Daniel T, why did you trade Gordon, Shorty? Yeah, look, it's a fair call. I mean, hindsight's fantastic, isn't it? I'll walk you through my exact train of thought. Let's bring up his stats. So this is an unproven 22-year-old or whatever he is. He's 20. So I start him, or I might have maybe I didn't even start him. Maybe I brought him in after round 2 or 3. He scores 85, 102, 88. Not that good. And then he scores 47 against the Cats with no centre bounces, which was down from what he'd been doing. This is a bloke that's not a premium, and he hasn't gone over 115. He hasn't gone over 110 since round 1. Scores 47. So I went Cornelia. At the time, it wasn't a ridiculous move. It was risky. And then no one could have seen back-to-back 150s coming. Could have never seen that. But Hey, it is what it is. You make some wrong calls, and that one hasn't worked out well. So Goulden goes into my most hated list. Reliable Dodo, what a name. Hey mate, would you go Sicily or Goulden this week? One spot left in forward line if I get Darcy Cameron too. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, Goulden's form is irresistible. Um, I do have a soft spot for Sicily, but then he has thrown in a couple of poorer games recently. What's the price difference? I'll probably just go the cheaper one, to be honest. Gordon 559 and Sicily 546. So yeah, oh, probably in terms of break even though, you probably go Gordon because his break even would be low as. Yeah, it's 7. So yeah, go Gordon, mate, because if you're a fan of him, you're not going to be able to get your hands on him under 600k for a while, probably. Josh thinks Spills is crushing on you hard. Oh, mate, we love a bit of Spills, mate. He's a great fella. And yeah, he's good value, mate. So we enjoy talking about SuperCoach, my friend, and he always pumps my tires up on the podcast, which we love. Razabazza trying to get Bont soon. I'm heavily thinking of sideways for Rosie. How high you rate Rosie? Look, I try to avoid the desperate plea to get in a guy that we wish we had. Like, I know you have to have Bont. I totally get it, but I think Rosie is one of the best forwards in the game for us. I mean, has he gone under 90? Once. And I know he's only had 2 scores over 110. But he's consistent as anything. I mean, I rate him highly to answer your question, but I totally get you. You got to find a way to bring in Bontempelli somehow. So if that's it, I kind of get it. Daniel Yanch says, how can one not crush on this man? Oh, mate. If ever Shorty needs a pick me up, I know these are the guys to go to. I tell you, Harry, hey Shorty, how are you, mate? Merritt or Walsh? If you had to pick between the two, I'm going all right, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the question. I go Walsh. It's a real 50-50 split. I mean, Walsh has a chance of getting a forward position in a couple of weeks, which gives him a bit of an edge. But I probably do just ever so slightly favour Walshy. Field Ollie says thoughts on Humphrey. Yeah, probably the best rookie we've got to work with. It's an absolute shame that he's 213, but yeah, there aren't too many guys bobbing up that have scoring ability and somewhat reasonable job security, and I think Humphrey has both. So I'm happy to go with him. Josh Martin, thoughts on Harry Sharp this week? I don't really like his job security, but he's produced some solid weeks. You could do a hell of a lot worse. I don't think he's going to be a long-term rookie for us, particularly when Rich comes back. I think you'll see Rich go back to half-back. Wilmot shuffle more into that wing role and probably shuffles Sharp out of the team. But for this week, it's probably not a bad call. Lockie Carter, Shorty, I got to know, mate. Do I go Walsh or Darcy Cameron this week if Cameron is fit to play? I would go Walsh, mate. I just think there's a bit more know what you're going to get factor. Cameron could come out and just pick up where he left off. But there's also a possibility, he's a big bloke. Sometimes they take a little bit longer to get back into it. Collingwood have a great ruckman in Mason Cox that maybe first week it's 50-50 and in a couple of weeks Cox is back to doing only 20% of the ruck and Darcy Cameron's back. I think it's worth waiting 1 week and just seeing. So yeah, that's how I'd approach it. While I'm at it, I might just jot a couple of notes down and I'll actually chuck the feed onto Twitter, which once again I've forgotten to do. I'm not sure how much that actually changes the viewers. I don't even know, but I'd love to know if most people just know that I'm going live around this time, or if some people, first saw it on the Facebook page or Twitter. I don't know. Nonetheless, we'll chuck it over there because you never know. There might just be one person that's never seen the old channel stream before, and might see it. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Give me 1 or 2 minutes here. How about this too? Shorty is involved with the school footy team, the year eights, I think, year sevens or eights. So that'll be pretty cool. Maybe roll a bit of Shorty's cluster. Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing about working at school, like, because I'd love to coach footy, but I didn't play long enough to earn any credits to coach it. I don't have a kid, so I can't coach my kid's side. Not that I'm going to coach this team, but it'll be cool to get around it. So I'm looking forward to that next week. All right, chuck that one over in AFL Supercoach 360. Kind enough to let me post on their page. Great Facebook page if you're that way inclined. It's a good community in there, in one of their leagues as well. So, yeah, feel free to check them out if you'd like. And chuck this one on the old Twitter. We're live at the game. Feel free to jump on and talk some Supercoach. Done deal. Done deal. Sweet. Where was I? Matty, thoughts on Matt Kennedy as a potential trade-in, not averaging the best, but can pull some decent scores for cash gen. Yeah, this came up on the Sword Play podcast. Not for me, Matty. You're right. He came in as sub and scored really well. He was solid last week, but I just don't see it for mine. He's 347. The break even's not amazing yet. I don't feel like there's any need. I mean, he's the sort of guy that can just get dropped out of nowhere as well. I don't know if he's as cemented in that Carlton midfield as he was last year. So that's probably the way I'd go with that one. Amusement Productions, the man himself. Seeing Dacos get flat out bullied makes me so happy. Then Eddie crying about tagging for the first time ever is absolute gold. In other news, life is a simulation. Yeah. Loves the simulation as amusement. And I don't know what Eddie's talking about. I don't know what he's going on about, mate. I mean, it's part of the game, bro. Come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Baggers is in the house. Short hog. How are we, lovely? Thoughts on Darcy Cameron and Matt Kennedy? 350 odd, could get 95 plus. Hello there. Do you want your water?
Yes.
Could you bring it back, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. 95 plus if trades permit and cash, he's M9 or easy up. I'm looking at. Yeah, I've touched on Darcy Cameron a couple of times, so hopefully you caught that. I'm happy to wait a week. Big believer, but just I don't know how it all works when he returns immediately. Does he go straight bang? I don't know. And Matt Kennedy, not so much. I don't really see the point at this stage. I don't see him making you enough money. It's not like he's a proven scorer all the time. And the numbers in terms of break evens and his price, to me, it just doesn't make sense yet. Noah, got to get rid of Davey and Chandler. No cash in the bank. What are the best downgrade options? And is it worth using a boost to get Darcy Cameron back in? I wouldn't get Darcy Cameron on a boost just yet. Happy to wait a week. Bailey Humphries, bit of a sideways trade, but he's probably your guy, mate. Look, Nevitt could be out of the team in a few weeks, 2 weeks, this week. I don't know. 207, I'd much prefer Humphrey. Drury, stunk it up. Sharp, solid, but job security iffy. And then Tommy Berry, I think Ainsworth and Holman coming back. So the rookies are just not much at the moment. I mean, if you bring him in, I get it. I totally get it. You got to bring someone in. We don't have exactly great options, but Humphrey, I think, is the clear-cut option. But I get that not everyone will be able to just go straight up to 213. Corey. Oh, thanks, mate. I'm going to fill my drink up. Thank you. Wait. Corey says, what do you think about Darcy Moore this week? As want Stewart, but value picks so I can get Petrarca or Gorn if they get forward status already. Have Walsh. Can't say I've thought about Darcy Moore, mate. I don't think so for mine. 502, and he's actually turned up the last 4 weeks, which is interesting. But no, not for me. I mean, the bloke's 27. He's never averaged more than 90 before. So we've never, ever really seen him produce regularly. So there's probably better options out there if you need value. I just don't think it's Darcy Moore. Frank, hi, Shorty. How are you, mates? I'm good, my friend. Thanks for the question. I'm thinking Merritt and Drury for Hopper and Chandler. 4 rookies on field, 14 trades left. Take care, mate. Love the chat. Thank you, mate. Appreciate all your comments and everyone getting involved. Yeah, don't mind that at all. Like I said, I think Merritt's a real option. And I understand the Drury trade. Like, he's not going great, but he's 102. The bloke's playing, fingers crossed. So, not the best rookie we're ever going to get, but I totally understand. Amusement says, touch grass champ. I just don't know where he's coming from sometimes, the old amusement. But John says, thoughts on Ashcroft and Hopper to Humphrey and Merritt takes my trades down to 14. Yeah, totally fine, mate. I think that's going quite nicely. I think Merritt and Humphrey will be 2 of the most popular trade-ins this week. Travis says, hey, brother, 5 rookies on field with 18 trades left with 414 in the bank. Nicely done. Moving Zeeble into defence for McKenna and bringing in Butters and Walsh. Yeah, love that, mate. I mean, you've obviously traded well, because to have that many trades still in the holster and the cash is very, very handy. Well played. Hi says Bailey Smith, good pick? Question mark. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. Like, his role last week was really, really good. There will be days where he doesn't get as much mid time or centre bounce time. But yeah, I think he's a good option at a pretty nice price. Big fella. G'day, Shorty. Just got finished up with indoor cricket. Hit 71 off 24. Boom. Look at this man go. So glad I get to come home to this good looking fella stream. Just wondering about my trades. Cowan and Hopper for Sharp and Walsh. Cheers. Mate, big fella doing big fella things on the indoor cricket field. We love that. And I like the trades, mate. I think doesn't look like Cowan's coming back anytime soon. I love when they say managed. Well, Cowan's been managed for about a fucking month now. So just tell us he's dropped, for fuck's sake. Anyway, and yeah, I think that's fair options, mate. Walsh, Merritt be very popular inclusions, and I prefer Walsh just. HB says Flagman's still on. Man, it absolutely pissed me off when they beat us on Friday night. But can't win the flag, the Tigers, but they are playing some better footy. Hey, Woodson. Hey, Shorty, need your help. Tom Mitchell is at 528. Is there anyone better between that 500 to 550? Tommy Mitchell is rock solid consistent, but he just doesn't have that ceiling anymore. Let me have a look for you. And I'm just so unsure about, like, Brayshaw. Fuck, I don't know. There's Tommy Mitchell. There's Jack Steele. Ali Smith. Yeah, fair call. I mean, Jordan De Goey, I just can't trust. Yeah, it's bloody tough, to be fair. I think if I was you, I would probably. I don't really like trading in Tom Mitchell. If Jack Steele is named and fit, I'd still go him. I know it doesn't seem the greatest, but just think best case scenario, Steele and Brayshaw find their best again and go 110 plus. Worst case, they average about where Mitchell's going to be. Maybe smidgen higher, maybe smidgen less. But I just don't think there's any chance that Mitchell goes 110 plus. So I guess that's how I'd justify that one. Hopefully that helps, mate. Cam says, who is your top 4 best rookies for your team? My top 4 rookies at the moment. I think Rory Atkins, if we're talking about best in terms of scoring, I think I'm happy to have him on my field. McVee's been really solid for me, really consistent. when I really needed him, so that's good. I still think Chincotta will be okay. I know last week was poor, but and then Mitchell for the Hawks. The fact that he had like high 20 possessions, like not too many rookies that can do that. So that was cool. Glover, what's happening, my man? Not much, mate. How are you? Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Jack says, is it so hard to start a new team right now because everyone costs so much? It is so hard. Yeah, well, that's right, mate. It's we got all those rookies to choose from at the start of the year, but start a new team now, very, very difficult. Amusement says Bulldogs are above Geelong on the ladder, just so you know. Yes, they are, mate. But talk to you in September, mate. We'll see how you going then. Jackson says, hey, Shorty, I went Hopper to Merritt and LDU to Weddle. Do you rate that trade? I do. I think that'll be pretty popular. I might jot Weddle down just to talk about. He's definitely a fairly popular trade in, so I think that's a fair call. She'll get a fair bit of opportunity. Harry says your Tinder story with 1% battery in the middle of the bush is timeless. Oh, mate, that one just gets brought up every now and then, mate. Yes, the battery was at 1%. My petrol tank was at 1%. So it was all happening, mate. It was all happening. Charlie says, "What are your trades this round, Shorty?" I'm laying pretty low, mate. I think I'll just go Cowan or Davey. I'll just see how the teams play out to Humphrey. So yeah, I think it's just a little sideways trade. Doesn't get me much cash at all, if any. But yeah, I think it'll make me a bit of cash on the way up from Humphrey. Chappie, what's up, mate? Lucas, are you going to tell him the rookie we're bringing in this week? Oh, here we go. Who's going to tell me then? Damien says, hey, Shorty, hope you're well. I'm pretty good, mate. Thanks for the question. How are you? Thoughts on Tom Berry's job security? Not sure what to do with Chandler, given Darcy Cameron hasn't played for a minute and Gordon and Zeeble are not out of range cost-wise. Also heard Track, Walsh, and Gorn will have possibly a 4 DPP after round 11. Yeah, spot on. I knew the other two were coming. I did not know that Walsh was in the frame, which is another big reason to try and bring him in, that's for sure. Let's have a look. I don't like Tom Berry's job security, and he's really just your 9 to 10 touches, 4 to 6 tackles kind of guy. But what concerns me is that Ben Ainsworth is a test this week and Nick Holman is a test this week. And I feel like those guys are similar pressure type small forwards, at least small forwards. So I feel like he could be on the out even this week. But we'll see how we go. But definitely a watch for those incoming forward targets. Hey, big fella, favorite order from the Golden Arches, aka Maccas. Every time they get a chance to bring on mate Gordon up, it's just a dagger in the heart. But it's a chocolate sundae for mine. Love a bit of that. Large one. Got to be a large one. Or a small with your extra fudge. Jordan, what happened to LDU? I tell you what, mate. LDU was just absolute disaster. Just promised the world. We all brought him in. And then I can only presume that he's not quite right. I can only presume he had that little calf tightness, missed a game or two. I'm only guessing that he just hasn't quite come back to full fitness because the bloke's a star. At his best, he'll be a player we have in our sides a lot down the track, but this year's been a bit of a nightmare. We have Frank saying Goulden or Sarong this week. I'd find it pretty hard to go past Goulden. He's cheaper. The break-even's going bonkers. Pains me to say it, but he's probably your guy. LDU did his hammy, Charlie says. Yeah. Johnny DeFran, should I get rid of Neil? No. Keep Neil. Like he's probably not the player he was. And I don't know whether that's slightly game style from Brisbane or what, but no, not trade out. No, I think he's not top 4 or 5 anymore, it would seem, but he's still very good. Matty says Cowan, Hopper, Chandler out for Weddle, Humphrey, and best option up to 688K. Well, that's a lot of cash to bring in and go nuts with. So, I mean, I'd certainly just go your Clayton Oliver types. I mean, Bontempelli is 718, which is nuts. Wow. Yeah, probably Oliver or Petrarca or even Walsh, to be honest, with the fact that he's going to be a forward, likely forward. And even if he's not, he's a great midfield option. Chappie, oh yeah, Shorty versed you this week and got the W. Get in Thank you, Gordon. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, I didn't win too many leagues this week. It was not ideal. Baggers says the amusement is here. The stream is now streaming. It's a yellow snow cane shorty, snow cone even. You don't try it, but admire it. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's ridiculous, says that's his name, not my comment. Surely been practicing the tie knot since the weekend. Oh, if only. If only, mate. I haven't. Could be to my own detriment because I've got a wedding later in the year. So it's either that or someone raised a good point. Get yourself a bow tie. I don't know. Maybe bow ties are in, bro. I don't know. Bailey says, Shorty, what's your opinion? Clary Oliver and Sharp or Goulden and Lloyd Meek? In brackets, 110, 100 last two games and has BJ and Teakle coming up and a break even of 7. Interesting left fielder. We'd love a bit of a left field option. What's his actual price? It'd be around early 400s, wouldn't it? 392. I love the outside of the box thinking, but I do prefer keeping it simple and just getting in Clary. I think if you don't have him, you need him. So I'd be going with him. I love the outside of the box thinking, but yeah, I reckon we just keep it simple on that one. Amusement says preferred style of flooring. Just a floorboard kind of guy, mate. Just a nice little timber look. You know how it be. Ahmed says, hey, Shorty, hope you're well. Track Laird, Zeret, or swallow up my pride and get Goulden in. You and me both, mate, be swallowing the pride. Yeah, I'm well, mate. Hope you're going nicely. I look, I'm not bringing Goulden in, and it's probably just out of full stubbornness. I can't bring myself to do it. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. So maybe you're in that boat as well. I would probably bring in, if Petrarca's named, Petrarca. If not, probably at the price, it's probably Merritt, I think. Yeah. Flynn says Steele and Chandler to Oliver and Humphrey, or Steele and Chandler and Noah Long to Zach Merritt, Ash, and Sharp. Or Steele, Chandler, and Noah Long to Merritt, Ash, and Sharp. Lucky Ash. That's interesting. Well, I don't really think I like your first one, mate. I like your first one for sure. I think it keeps it a bit simpler. I don't really see the need to bring in Ash there, mate. So I think that's probably a go. Baggers, Shorty Hog, need to get back on the Edges channel. No joke, blokes, a good one. A good one. Listen to the big man on the greens mower. Yes, I do. Lines for a living. Take that as you want. There is minimal of that comment that I even understand. But look, the Edges channel. We can only presume this man is talking about mowing the lawns, but he's got me questioning things. Nicholas, hey mate, Tom Green or Zach Merritt? How you going, my friend? I'd have to go Zach Merritt. I think he's at a nice price. Tommy Green's also reasonably priced, but he's slightly more expensive. And I think Merritt's just super reliable. That's not to go against Tommy Green because he's very good for us too, but Merritt seems to be the very popular one to come in. Amusement says, could Connor Buderick be a downgrade option coming back from an ACL this week at 154? We love it when Amusement does throw in the actual SuperCoach question. Doesn't always happen, but we respect that. Yeah, not bad thinking there, mate. It's a wait and see. I think definitely he's a guy that could offer us some value, but we'll definitely give him a couple of weeks to get rolling. HB says Walsh or Gordon. I'd actually go Walsh. I think the fact that he'll average more than Gordon for the rest of the year, in my opinion, and it's going to be a Ford likely. So that's something. Amusement said you'd be going down to Tassie for the Harley Reid Cup this weekend, yeah? No, I'll be watching from afar, my friend. I'll definitely be watching from afar, but yeah, it's crazy how with all the equalisation and stuff that we still have North, Hawthorn, and West Coast who are just struggling so bad. It's weird. Bagger says it's the golden hour, my friend. I'll be slapping the VC on him. He will be referred as the Galiva. I've heard a couple of people putting the VC on him, mate. So, Amusement and Bag is just becoming best mates there in the comments. Justin, hey, Shorts, long time. Good to see you, mate. Wish the next lot of DPP changes faster. Want Gawn or Walsh in the forward line. Yeah, I'd be leaning towards Walsh. I just think he's just a slightly more solid option. I mean, they're both great options, but I think Walsh is the slight preference there. That's ridiculous. Says, what's going to be the Shorty's weekend story this weekend? What's the plans? I do like to just keep you guys updated with the weekend's plans. Sometimes more eventful than others, but we're low key this weekend, mate. So as you know, I've had like wedding recently, engagement party. Well, the week after next, I'm having a house party, and then the week after that, I've got it might be a 30th or just a general party. I can't remember. So this weekend, I'm just recharging the batteries. Might be playing golf, playing tennis on the Saturday, but yeah, relatively chill from a party sense. But I'll keep you posted. Baggers, I'll go cryptic on your amusement. I'm like Essendon at times. Feel like I'm Margot Robbie, then I'm Fat Amy. So pretty good, mate. Hi, says, with 950k, do I do Merritt and Drury or 2 of Day, Rowell, and Bailey Smith? That's interesting. I would go Merritt and Drury. Unless it's absolutely disastrous from like a trades or cash generation point of view, I don't really see Rowell, Smith, or Day as guys that will definitely keep through the whole year. I really like Smith, but I think Merritt is the clear pick of the bunch. So just keep it to the classic one up, one down. Carl, Shortland, pony burning the candle at both ends, moonlighting with the boys on the SuperCoach tour play potty. That's it, mate. Generous to a fault. Shorty allowing the boys to ride his coattails to glory. Oh, that's it, mate. We love sharing the love. They're a great bunch of fellas. So anytime I can get around it, I will. But yeah, you're not wrong at burning the candle at both ends, mate. It was a late one last night, and we do breakfast club at school, so I was just up a bit earlier making toasties this morning, and yeah, I'm a bit tired, mate. I'm a bit tired. Just one of those weeks where you just need that good sleep. So tonight I'm probably just gonna knock this off about 9 o'clock or so, and just make myself a Milo, mate. Put AFL 360 on, just kick back, just kick back, take your pants off, and sit on the couch, mate. It's just gonna be great. Amusement says, that's good, bag. Oh, they're just having a chat, mate. I'm sure a few swipe rights on the Tinder shorty mode it will do just fine. Steve, shorties, going off, mate. How are you? I'm good. I'm climbing the ranks. I'm up to 2054. I've lifted big time. We love that, mate. Nicely done. But what a pain in the ass Steele has been. Need him to play this week. Hate wasting trades, Walsh or Stewart. I'm right there with you, mate. There's nothing more frustrating than you bring a bloke in and then he underperforms and then could potentially miss. It kills you. But I would go Walsh. I think Stewart is such a gun, but I just think the fact that Walsh could be a forward average of 115, it's hard to say no. Aimer says Oliver and Humphreys and bank 60k, or Oliver and Drury and bank 130. We'll have enough for one down, one up with Baker and Simpson for Darcy coming next week either way. I would go Oliver and Humphrey because I know you get that 70k or whatever it is with Drury, or we've got 60 versus 130, but you get that extra K with Drury. I get it, but you'll actually get a lot more. It'll sort of even itself out because you'll also get from Humphrey, if he's on the field, you'll get much better scoring, hopefully. And Humphrey could make his way up to 350. You never know. Where Drury, I'd find it really hard to see him going much past 220. And that'll take a long, long time. So I think Humphrey's your guy just if he's going to be on the field, even though your expenditure is just a little bit more. Corey, I just know that you go live and knew you would be here. Oh, this is when I asked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, thanks, mate. Yeah, well, that's what I've been trying to do for years as well. Because when I was working at Coles and like part time and evenings and stuff, you couldn't really lock in a night because if I got offered a shift, I kind of had to take it. But yeah, it's nice now to just be like, boom, Wednesdays you go. Very, very, very rarely changes. So it's nice to know that you guys are aware that Shorty's locked and loaded from 7 to 7:30. We're rocking and rolling. Amusement. I saw the live stream come up and from your wardrobe adjacent to one. to one Shorty. Carl says Steve Miller champed you the other day, Shorty. Might want to throw in a muscles when you answer the old Stunning Steve's question, Shorty. I'll keep that in mind. I don't like getting champed too much. It's equivalent to the old ruffle of the hair. You can't be doing that, mate. Frank, I need 4 premiums for a full side. Thoughts on Gordon, Sarong, Walsh, and Neil in the next 4 weeks? Already have Bonk, Clary, Laird. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I think they're all very, very good options. You could also throw Cripps into the mix, all depending on how much cash you need. But I think he'll be at a really nice price for what he can offer. He's a bit off, but superstars like that do respond. Carl follows up. Then again, Short Dog has no need to get down in the weeds. That's it, mate. We're trying just, if they want to cobble down there, then let them be. Baggers, Short Hog, I need you to tell me the talent coming through then at your school since I am the Tassie Talent and Recruiting Scout. They must be able to fight. Kicking isn't essential. Look, after next week at the footy, I'll be able to let you know what their skill set's like. Haven't seen them kick the footy yet, mate. So I'll next week. Actually, yeah, it will be next week because I think it's Tuesday. I'll have a bit of a wrap up for you. Amusement asking which school do I associate myself with? I'm just going to keep that on the low down. I think if you dig hard enough, people. I know a few of the students have seen me on TikTok, but yeah, I don't know why, but they when they actually in the interview they said, look, we don't mind you, talking about stuff, doing the YouTube channel, but like maybe just don't talk too much about the school on there. So out of respect, I'll just hold fire. But I've had it mentioned on here before, and I'm sure it'll get mentioned. Definitely does on the TikTok. I was at school the other day. They're like, "Oh, we saw your TikTok." I was like, "Oh yeah, shit. Better delete a couple of YouTube videos." All right. Carl, Shorty, is there a sub 530k mid you'd be prepared to chance the arm on, or is that shopping in the wrong price class? Yeah, probably not ideal. There's no one that's bobbed up to me that I say, yeah, that's I'll roll the dice on that. Brayshaw and Steele, like sort of around that mark, but even they, I think I've just been so faithful to them because of previous years. I'm not sure they're as trustable now. So unless you're absolutely desperate, I'd hold on doing that sort of thing at the moment. Baggers says also, why is it called swordplay and all blokes? I might be jumping to conclusions. Yeah, I've wondered the question too, mate. I'm a recent inclusion into that threesome now foursome, so might have to ask them, mate. I don't know. Frank, surely need these rookies to make money. Need 4 more premiums, but rookies are bad this year. Cheers, mate. I know, mate. This is the toughest year I can remember for rookies. It's not like they haven't existed, but they just have let us down, like either through injury or even Chincotta. We thought, finally, here's the savior, mate. But comes out and scores 33 and going to be really slow on the price now. So, yeah, I'm right there with you, mate. We need a bit of love. That's why I'm just hoping maybe it's Humphreys. Maybe we just invest in him and maybe the young Rosenstar can really be good to us. But anything can happen. The Duke, hey, mate, setters out. I've been deciding between Walsh and Merritt all week. Is Merritt the go? Buys are even. Yeah, with Setterfield being out, that's definitely hurts. Look, for me, I'd go Walsh, mate. I've had this one a couple of times. Both great options, don't get me wrong, and we'll probably both average very, very similar numbers throughout the whole year. But what I will say is that Walsh is a chance to be a forward, and if that's the case, probably the number one forward. So I think it's worth bringing him in. Baggers, Carl, grab Alice Yeoman, big boy. Old Cam Alice Yeoman, holy shit. Harry says, got Mills, Chandler, Hopper, and McKenna with no boost. Do I get rid of Hopper and Mills? That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Yeah. I'd preference, not only are they more expensive, so you'll be able to generate a bit of cash or at least bring in a premium, but also they're not playing. So particularly coming up to the buyers, try and shed those guys that aren't playing, which you're already onto it. So good call, mate. Sebastian, is Tom Stewart a good trade in this week? Absolutely, mate. Yeah, Tommy Boy is a good trade any week of the year. So very reliable, rarely dips in price. Lock him in. Scott, g'day, mate. Going to trade Van Rooyen for Nick Madden. For cash to upgrade Hollins to Sarong, plus I get a ruck in the forward line. Yeah, I like that. I think Van Rooyen was solid last week, and he might make us a smidge more cash. But it looks like the stars have aligned for you there to pull the trigger on Sarong. So yeah, nothing wrong with that, mate. I think that's a solid trade. Amusement says, should I trade out Marcus Adams or hold another one? Oh, gee whiz, it's very rare that he runs for the serious one. He's had a couple of serious ones this week. Noah, worth using last boost to go Rouston to Drury, since not many rookies next week and getting off dead rookie. No, I actually wouldn't. I wouldn't do the trade boost for it. I just don't think. I know you want to shed a dead rookie, and the time will come where you can probably trade him out for another rookie. But Drury just doesn't equal trade boost for mine. He's a very low end rookie for mine. So, Jordan, thoughts on Petrarca? Absolute lock if he plays. Be concerning if he doesn't for owners or potential trade in targets. So, yeah, but definitely a bloke that could become a forward, and if so, he's a must have. Baggers, Nick Nat, the Tic Tac, worth a look for my Tassie side. Maybe a smidgen old is Nick Nat. I think by the time 2028 rolls around. Brock, hey Shorty, he's got a heap. He's got 1,070k, the old $1 million. For two players, who would you recommend? I'm thinking Sicily and Bolton because Hopper's out and can be a midfield option. I personally wouldn't be going Bolton, mate. I don't think he's ever shown an ability to consistently be a premium, and there might be a bit of short-term gain with Hopper out, but I don't think that'll be consistent over the whole year. I like Sicily. I'd probably prefer you to maybe bump up with another midfielder. So what's that? Sicily minus 546. So you got 524. Okay, I see. That's why. Shit, what do we got? Could you go Jack Sinclair and then maybe someone like Brayshaw or Steele if he plays? Or I think that might just work. But yeah, it's a tough one. Don't know if I can trust Chad Warner or Jordan De Goey, but they're guys that put their hand up as well. Jordan, LDU for Atkins and Hopper for Petrarca. Thoughts? Help. Yeah, I definitely like the first one. And the second one I love if Petrarca is named. That's pretty much all it comes down to. If not, maybe Walsh. Land Cruiser fan simply just says, hi, Shorty. What is going on, mate? How are you? Oh, and here we go. It's the highlight of the night. Jeff Short is in the house. Yes, it's me. Shorty coaching. Tell the fullback to stay on his man no matter what. For reference, this is Shorty's old man who has featured on the channel before. So welcome aboard, Jeff. It's great to see you, mate. Has a good record in the quiz, does the old man. So I'm hoping he can put his tech abilities to work and get involved in the quiz later. But yeah, don't know how my old coaching skills will go. I've been told I just got to get around it, but might employ Shorty's cluster and just see what we can do. But thank you very much for the question, Dad. Lockie, Jordan, those are the best trades I've seen on this chat. Please go for it, mate. Not sure if you're just taking the piss there or not, but we love that. Chase, sorry, haven't been here. Humphrey or Sharp? No, that's all right, mate. Humphrey, clearly in terms of what he can do, but just work it out in terms of what your team needs. If you need that extra 100K to do something, then that's your go. But I do think Humphrey will give you a bit more of a sugar hit straight away with his price increase. It's just a matter of if you can stomach that extra bit of cash up front. The Duke says, "Love your work, buddy. Seamus or Chincotta on field." Thank you, mate. I'd go Mitchell. I think he hasn't really had a bad one. I think he had one sub 50, but yeah, I think off the back of last week for both, like Chincotta makes you slightly nervous, and Mitchell was really, really good. So I'd go him. Scorch says, "Hey, Shorty, thoughts on Darcy Cameron? Can we wait a week?" I think we can. And yeah, he may go up in price. He definitely will, really. But I think it's a 10 to 20K investment on knowing just where he's at, because there is a chance, being a big bloke, maybe Mason Cox just helps him out a bit, eases him back into it. So I would give it 1 week. And if he's back in business, scores 110, then we go, well, fair enough. We had to see it. I'll get him in now. Al McLean, don't get Atkins at 250, Jordan. Legit not worth it at all. Yeah, it would have been better to get him in last week, but I still think he's got the capabilities to score 90 plus on his day. So it's probably either Atkins or Humphreys, I think. Baggers, short. Walsh F1, F2 material. Grab him and Drury the jury. He's about as good as one. He's absolutely donkey shit, but will cover ground like a big sloppy patty. You can't make this stuff up, boys. But I'm right there with you in terms of Walsh. He is top 2 forward for sure if he does get that eligibility. Sammy Boy, thoughts on Hopper, Baker, Chandler out, and Tim Kelly, Darcy Cameron, and Sharp in. Tim Kelly doesn't exactly light my fire. I know he's playing good footy, but I just think he's so susceptible to a tag, and 520. Like, I just not for me. But if you're shopping around that range, there's not a stack to work with, so I get it. But happy to wait a week on Cameron as well. So I'm probably not helping you out here, but I don't mind Cameron. I rethink the Tim Kelly. I'm not sure how much wriggle room you have with your price and that, but that's just my thoughts there. Good on T. Wheaton, whatever you want to say that one. Evening, Shorty. What time are we doing the quiz? How are you, mate? Probably 10 to 9 or something like that. I was on slightly later today. But yeah, I'll probably 10 to 9. We'll put the quiz code out and then kick it off maybe around 9 or something. Zach says, Butters in this week. Do you think he will be a top 6 forward? Look, I think he's a good in. He'll be around the mark. He'll be probably top 6 to 8. Like, the tough thing is, like, yeah, right now he's in that discussion, and then you get Gawn, you get Petrarca, you get Walsh, and all of a sudden he's like the 8th best forward just for no fault of his own. But no, I like him. I think he's a good get. He's one of the cleanest players below his knees, so I like him. Baggers, sneaky pod. This one's called the Herbert Hobbs should play mid. Is forward at 330K. Get him in, fellas. 2-year contract, and he's getting me ready to dream of his score Saturday. I'm guessing we're talking about Benny Hobbs here, I think. He's seeing the opportunity without Parrish instead of Field, and we love the outside-the-box thinking. Al McLean, you've missed getting Butters, and he's also very injury-prone. Yeah, I mean, he has copped. He's a small body playing inside mid at times. But I don't know if he's put it together this year. I've seen lots of blokes who have been injury prone for the start of their career or portions of their career, and then they turn it around. So I think we can trust what he's been doing so far. Chappie bought in Gordon last week too, just because I was versing you. You fucking bastard, mate. Just to stick it up me, eh? No, well played, man. Well played. Jordan, thoughts on my trades? Hopper to Atkins and LD to Petrarca. Nothing wrong with that, mate. Clearly, we're waiting on the teams for Petrarca, but I like it. Amusement. Shorty suggesting Gordon as a trade in makes me laugh louder than the monster under Shorty's bed at 3 a.m. Oh, the content's brutal tonight, boys. Baggers think that's up top for some reason. Don't know what that was in reference to, but Chase says Walsh or Stewart. I'd go Walsh purely on the on him potentially being a forward. Stewart, he's a good get any day of the week, mate. Marnus Loose Bus Change. I always love that name. Shorty Supercoach, hello. I'm torn on whether to get Rowell or Merritt. Love Sarong. He's my favourite non-Hawthorn player. I'm a Hawks fan, but he doesn't work financially. Look, it's an easy one for mine. It's Zach Merritt for sure. I know Matt Rowell was solid last week, but I think he really suffers when Miller's back in the team. Well, not suffers, but his role does slightly change. And I know last week was great, but he just doesn't win enough outside ball to be in the category of a discussion of Zach Merritt. I mean, Zach Merritt has the runs on the board. He's averaged 110 many times before and above. So he's your guy, mate. Chappie, the rookie to get this week. Yeah, I've seen that name on TikTok a couple of times too. And minus loose change or bus change is Rouse a bigger pod, but he is a bigger risk. I'm further behind, so I probably need a pod, but Merritt has a proven track record. Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. I just don't think Rouse the pod for mine. I mean, it'd almost be like a worse point of difference that you'd be. I know Rouse a point of difference, but the real point of difference to your side and everyone else's might be if you don't have Merritt and you have Rowell, who's maybe the 18th top mid, or you know what I mean? He's sort of in no man's land. So, I know you want to go a bit different, but the time will come when you can get a pod. And I think at the moment we just got to play it safe with Merritt. Carl, on the tie front, YouTube's your friend there. Short, back, and sides. And if all else fails, go the clip on. The punters will understand a busy man like you has no time to waste. Big picture focus. That's it, mate. We're always looking ahead. But yeah, I love that the tie story has got quite the reception. But I'm gonna have to. That's the thing. I had a little TikTok video and I had it out on my arm and I'm folding it around. I couldn't get. Oh, actually, I'll show you what it looks like now. I think I have it in my wardrobe. So yeah, this is the tie. This is the infamous tie, which, as you can see, goes to about the bottom of my belly. But I'm telling you, it was so much further down when I first did it. It was embarrassing. Oh fuck! I might just run like this for half the session, but yeah, I won't be undoing that tie for about a decade. If that knot goes, I'm screwed. But yeah, it was hectic. It was an absolute tuck-in job. It had to be done. Baggis, Marnus, I'll keep you in my prayers having to play the Holy Cup. Oh, the brutal, savage nature getting stuck in the Hawks fan there. Lockie, surely got to know, mate, tap water or bottled water? You would love to hear your opinion, mate. Look, I'm more than happy to dabble in the tap water operation, mate. This is just straight out of tap, mate. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, when I was over in Adelaide, definitely needed the bottle of water. I don't know what it was, but no, I'm happy to go tap water, mate. More than happy. Jesus. Baggers is really getting loose and we love it. Al McLean, he's going a bit loose as well. Loose change. He's having a bit of a chat with Baggers as well. Doesn't want to lose the West Coast. I want us to win. We may have Harley Reid if we lose, but I don't want to care. Yeah, no, I think it's fair, mate. You always want to win. I mean, number one picks are great, mate, but having a losing culture, that'll fuck you over. I mean, tanking gets you nowhere. Just ask Melbourne. Just ask Carlton. Matty says Merritt or Walsh. I'll go Walsh, Matty. It could be a forward option, and even if he's not, I think he's right on par with Merritt. Chappie, oh, what? Nah, he's only available for Classic. I don't recall what that was in reference to. Chappie also says Marshall captain this week. Golden VC. He's not letting me forget it, I'll tell you. Lockie says Baggers, got to admit, mate, that's an underrated way to go. Appreciate the little things. Trolling agent. Shorty, can you share your thoughts on Zach Dawson? One of the greats, mate. One of the greats is Zach Dawson just switching that kick in the '09 grand final. Tommy Hawkins, bang, gets a little smother in, back to himself, and kicks it straight through the middle, mate. Didn't hit the post at all, but nah, he's probably Ross Lyon might be his number one fan. I don't know if Zach has too many other big fans, but what do we got here? Theo, Wood and Ashcroft out for Tom Stewart leaves me with 99K for next week. Then I'll upgrade to another primo. Nice, mate. I think any time you get Tom Stewart in is a good week. And Wardlaw. Hello. Yeah. Oh, shit. What's up, Caitlin? Yeah, Wardlaw's not a bad option. He's surely got to play this week. And I think he's about 198. He could be an option. But Jeff came in. Jeff said hi. My dad.
Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, very cute. Yeah. Wait, what? Stay away from my dad.
No.
You want to come to family dinner on Sunday?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm booked up.
You've already asked me, so it's fine. I know you live, so it's so fun.
Shit. Nah, probably could do it this Sunday.
What time?
Normally about 6:30.
6:30.
Is that like late?
It should be 6.
Jeff rolls dinner pretty late, mate.
I know. That's how you get it off.
Well, maybe.
No, it's so fun. I can do 6:30.
Okay.
That works right.
No worries. Good on to Wheaton. Shorty tucking in for a bit of AFL 360 after the dark. Gone sexual. That's it, mate. I'll tell you what, there's nothing more relaxing than just getting a Milo, taking your pants off and sitting on the couch. Thoughts, Caitlin?
No, because you always do it when I'm around.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, I have a doona on, so...
You always say don't lift up the blanket because I have no pants on.
It's like, does a tree make a noise in the forest when it falls if no one's there to hear it? It's like, am I really wearing no pants or am I wearing pants if no one can see it? I mean, it's all the same.
It's not. I lay on that couch with your bare stinking asses.
Whoa! Oh, shit. Will, who's the number one to bring in this week, you reckon? Probably Sammy Walsh or Zach Merritt probably would be your go. I do like Humphreys in terms of a rookie. Scotty Walker, Tigers, 23 premiers, mate. Oh, if the Tigers win the flag, mate, I'll delete the channel. So,
I was so fucking happy.
Baz Link says Humphreys or Berry. Definitely Humphreys, mate. I reckon Berry could even be out of the team tomorrow night, so we'll wait and see. But definitely Humphrey. I know he's a bit extra, but I think he's a good option. Lockie, Agent Zach Dawson is then next best thing since sliced bread, but unfortunately he's not all that. Stay away. Well, here you go. Baggers may have directed one to my dad here. Is Jeff Slaff? Oh, he's gone with the G. Yes, Dad does spell it with a G, mate. On if you have a good week, Short Hog Senior, you are a scholar. I might even get Dad on the phone just before the quiz, just to see. He might need to be walked through the dynamic of how to actually log on to book it. Ahmed Drury and track for Humphrey and Zachy Merritt. I prefer Humphrey and Zach Merritt, mate. It's a bit of a tough one, but yeah, I would go that way. Hi says I have 922K in the bank. Who's the best price primo this week? Have Stewart, Sicily, Green, Oliver, Cogs, Rosie, and then the ones we all have. Look, Sinclair, I know he stunk it up and will drop more probably, but I do think he's a good option. But in terms of this week, I think Merritt's really nicely priced. I think Walsh is, looming large with potential forward eligibility. So there are a couple of names that might help you there, mate. Amusement says, by the way, Connor Budgick is absolutely not 154K. And he's absolutely not coming in this week, but I appreciate your efforts. Oh, mate, I had absolutely no idea. I thought you were genuine. The one genuine question. Oh, yeah, he's 362, mate. Gee whiz, I should have known that you were just taking the piss, but yeah, you absolutely did suck me in, mate. Corey, how is the footy tips going? The last few weeks, I've got 8, 9, 5, 9, and 7. A couple of nines are nice. Went in my comp from 50th to 18th and coming home strongly. Nicely done, mate. Not so good for me. I can't remember the last time I tipped a winner on a Friday night, but there's a few games this week that I reckon I can get a couple back. So started well, but the footy tips haven't gone as well the last 2-3 weeks. High says thoughts on Seb Ross this week, 236k, break even at 12. Now there is a man, Steve, who just talks to me about Seb Ross all the time, sarcastically, but I think this isn't sarcastic, but who would really know? But Seb Ross is a no for me, and he's at 391. So we are taking the piss. So things are just getting out of control. But Amusement says apologies. It isn't 9 p.m. yet. We still have the children around. Apologies. Hoodie, thoughts on Sis for Hopper? Yeah, like that, mate. I'm a big believer in Sicily. He's been a bit down every now and then this year, but over the long run, I really rate him. Baggers, Shorty, before the quiz, a question. If you had a misso and she was a car, what type of car are you going? Durability or a curvy Ferrari, a Hummer Mama? Any thoughts on that, Caitlin?
If you don't choose my car, I'm going to be so pissed off.
Gee, how would you describe your car?
Beast.
Beast. Jeez. Okay.
You can survive a lot.
Survival. What do you think I'm putting them through? Fuck. Is there I saw a fucking spider out in the near the clothes and shit.
Oh, on the ground?
No, on the roof.
Yeah, because I did spray one earlier today, but that's when I came back to
Oh, no, I saw that this morning at like 7 a.m. and I was like, nah, not dealing with that. Nah, pretty tight schedule in the morning. That banana smoothie doesn't make itself, mate. I didn't have time. Did you turn the heater on this morning?
Did I? No.
Fuck. Nah, that's all right. But
could you tell?
Yeah. I could tell. I literally woke up and I'm normally like nice and toasty, and I woke up, I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't turn it on this morning because I wasn't that cold.
You weren't that cold this morning.
No.
It was like the coldest night of the fucking year.
No, the new sheets help. You should get some.
I could just jump into bed with you.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the questions. Nini Boy says Hopper to track, Sarong, Anderson, or Walsh. It'd be Walsh or Petrarca for mine. Slightly leaning towards Walsh, but if Petrarca's named and we get a bit of endorsement from Goody that he's fit and firing, I'd probably take either of those. Xavier says, hey, Shorty, how you going? I'm well, mate. How are you? He says, thoughts on my trades this week. Out goes Rochelle, Newcomb, and Chandler, and in comes Laird, Rosie, and a newfound rookie in Henry Sharp. We love that, mate. I think that's all pretty good, to be honest. Who did come in? Laird and Rosie. Yeah, good options, mate. Nicely done. Thanks for the question, mate. Good to see you. I hope most of you guys are sticking around for the quiz because we'll put the code out probably about 10-2. And yeah, I'll just get to as many of your questions as I can throughout that time. Corey, round 15 will be the right time for Rouston with a boost. 4 trades used then if you have one, as he has that buy. That's some forward thinking from a man, Corey. We love to see it. Amusement Shorty is definitely a Grovey college operator. Weird crew they are. No need to confirm nor deny these allegations regardless. Okay. All right, I'll let you decipher. Jack, Shorty, you handsome young devil. Thoughts on trading in Libba and what to do with Cripper? I have 4 spots left to fill, 16 trades. Aside from Walsh, who would you look at aside from the top 5? Cheers. Zach Merritt would be a guy for sure. Roy, you mentioned him. Lockie Neal. Libba, for whatever reason, I just don't want to go with him. I don't know why, but I'll bring up his stats. Look, the bloke's 31. And he's averaging 118 this year, but the previous 3 years have just settled between 103 and 106. I don't see any reason why it'd change. I know he's running hot this year to start, but I don't see him as a top 10 mid. So it hasn't been since 2014 that he was really an absolute gun. So in terms of Cripps, I'd probably hold, mate. I mean, Superstars bounce back. Even blokes like Errol Goulden bounce back, as we well know. So Cripps I would hold unless you're really feeling like you desperately need to tap out and get his cash in while you can, because he will drop. But yeah, that's the way I'd approach it. Com says, thoughts on having 14 trades with around 5 upgrades to go? You're probably cutting it relatively fine, because the way we're rolling our trades at the moment with the rookies, you're probably going to need 10, 11, maybe 12 trades to get a full team. So it'll only leave you with a couple for injuries. So it's cutting it fine. You should still get a full team. But yeah, at the moment, hopefully you can snare a couple of bargains over the coming weeks. Lukey Harris, Chandler and Hopper to Ned Moyle. And I have 700K from mid. Who do I go? Who would have to play? I would have to play Samson Ryan F6. Yeah, righto. Not ideal, but 700K. I mean, I presume you have Clary. If you don't have, well, Bont's over 700K, isn't he? I still like Laird. I know he's a bit priced under that, but I think you probably want to look at guys that are going to get dual position. So Petrarca or Walsh. Clearly, we've got to see if Petrarca plays, but that's probably the way I'd approach it. Supercoach Pro, what's going on, mate? Merritt or Neil? Big dog, hope you're well. Hope you're going nicely, mate. I was editing that goal kicking video. I should finish it tomorrow, and I'm hoping to have it up pretty soon. Jesus, it's taken me a while, mate. Sorry. Something funny, mate? Something funny, Chuckles?
Is this what you said last time?
Yeah, I know. I'm a busy guy, mate. I'm a busy guy.
I see you every night. You're not fucking busy.
Yeah, that's why I'm busy. You're chewing my fucking ear off every night.
No, you always say, sorry, gotta watch this, and then you press play.
Yeah, me when I put the earphones in. That's actually a tough one. I prefer Neil, but not for this week, just with the break even. If you got to go this week, Merritt, but overall, I'd still be backing Lockie in. I'd still back him in. Bezoski, however you want to pronounce that, need to go get Riley O'Brien out. Looking at him, Aldu and Hopper for English, Libba and one of Sharp and Humphrey. Sharp would have leave me with 70K and Humphrey 170K. What you reckon? Yeah, well, obviously you're going to have less if you go Humphrey, but I do prefer you go Humphrey. I think getting English in is a good option. Libba, sort of a bit of popular one. I might just jot him down to have a bit of a chat about tomorrow night. But yeah, I'd go Humphrey. I just think he's more quality rookie. So I'll just go with him. Daniel says Merritt or Butters. I'd go Merritt, mate. I think he's just got that more reliability factor about him. Got the runs on the board previously, but Butters is going extremely well. Steve, Shorty, what's going on? I don't have a Herald Sun subscription. What is Oliver's break even this week and next few? If not next week, when? Mate, just jump on the old footy wire, my friend. That'll give you the break even. Let me tell you. I mean, the best time to get Clary is whenever you can. Basically, his break even is 121. He'll get that for sure. If you can, just get him. That'd be my advice. Jai says too late for Goulden. No, it's not too late. Depends how stubborn you want to be. I'm looking at myself there, but yeah, he's still at an okay price, and with a break even of 7, he ain't going to be around that price for long. So definitely not a bad go if you're looking at him this week. Chappie's endorsing that one. Sammy Boys, just shopping around at the moment with trades. I'm looking for a good mid around 610. Best options right now. Is Walsh about that? About 610? Walsh is 610 on the dot. If you can get him, feel like he's your guy. Rory Laird, Zach Merritt a little bit further down. It's a good name from Hugh. Thoughts on TT, Timmy Taranto with the pod DP dual position should get CBAs with their massive injury list and if not, can potentially go to half back. We're talking Taron Thomas maybe TT because that is not Tim Taranto. Not sure then. Is he back or something? Like I heard he was training with the VFL or something. Not the best bloke, but maybe can play footy. Oh yeah, return from the Roos. Yeah, I'll just wait on that one, mate. If that is who you are referring to, yeah, I'd probably just wait. And there you go. Baslink has got you covered there, Steve. Puffer Fish, hey Shorty, best rookies for this week. I think Humphreys is your guy, mate. Not a big fan of Nevitz. Maybe Sharp, maybe Drury. Not as keen on Berry. But yeah, these are some absolute D grade rookies. Like they're not the best ones. But yeah. Licky McMahon, how are you, mate? Hey Shorty, how are you? What did you think of the Cats game Friday night? And when will the goal kicking challenge be out? Yeah, absolutely, mate. I hope you're well. Didn't like the game on Friday night at all, mate. Pissed me off. Left slightly early, but it is what it is. So, goal kicking challenge will be out. I'm hoping Friday night, but I'm hesitant to lock myself into a time frame. But no, I did. I edited the scores. It just takes so long to do the scores, but I edited the first half on Tuesday, and tomorrow night's looking relatively chill, so I might get a chance there. But thanks for dropping in, mate. Supercoach Pro. How many bodies in that closet? Yeah, you don't want to open that closet, mate. You don't want to. But Manus loose bus change. Thanks for your advice early. He's hit my name up about 6 times there. I'll always follow your advice. Oh, thank you, mate. Oh, we didn't even say always. I just made that up. But thank you, mate. I appreciate your question as always. Steve, Shorty, I was once like you with my tie situation. I YouTubed the guide. There are a few different knots. One can be slipped on and off until you wash it again. Probably wash it once a decade, so we should be right, mate. I might need to use that. I don't think I'll rate this knot. You know, this is what are your thoughts? What is that like a Windsor or I don't even know what you call it, but that's a knot, isn't it? A Windsor knot. Google it.
A win.
Windsor.
Windsor.
Laughing at me, mate. Jeez. No, thank you. Who even said that? I think that was Steve.
Yeah, Windsor not.
I'm a pretty cultured sort of guy.
Why are you talking about it?
Oh, because you know how I had to tuck my tie into my pants the other week? Did I not tell you that?
No.
I'll tell you a story after this.
Alright.
Yeah. I reckon we might get this quiz going in a sec. Sheldrick Sydney rookie in says Hugh G Rection. We love that name from him. Don't think so, mate. Real sort of sub opportunity. He's not really cheap. He's not one I'd be considering this week. Supercoach Pro talking about Matty Kennedy, very cheap. Could be a handy M8 or M9. Not for me, mate. I just think he came back all right with a sub and played okay last week, but he might be an okay M9, but I wouldn't want Matty Kennedy at the M8. He's every chance to get dropped every now and then. No, not for me. I get the thinking, but I'm happy to pass on him. Chappie says Caitlin's into the sugar daddies. Short, watch out. Noted, mate. Lockie, Shorty, what is your go-to song right now and fave genre of music? Oh, true.
Thanks.
Yeah, anything that's a filthy fucking bootleg. I'll tell you what. I'll see if I can. I've been getting around this tune. It's nothing. It's nothing like new, but this is almost the first one that I play in the gym. You can get that on, a bit of Fred again. Get that into size. Shorty's music chats. Gotta love that. Baggers. This is interesting. Huge bulging erection. He looks like a skinny Ivan Drago. Get him a monster killer that play. I just don't know what's going on half the time. But we love the comments from Baggers. Hudson says, should I trade Warple for Goulden or Merritt? I'd still say Merritt, about the same price, and I think Merritt will out average him for the rest of the year. But it just depends on maybe how your team's shaping up and that type of thing. Running Prem. Does North's injuries mean Sheasel's back experiment is placed on hold? Play him in the forward of the footy and haul into the piggish role. Yeah, your guess is probably as good as mine. I would say doubtful. I think Clarko really has something against Aaron Hall. I don't know what it is, but you'd feel like it'd be silly to take Sheasel out of the role that he's just playing so well in, but they may do it. But we're not going to know until the weekend. So we're just going to have to wait and see, mate. I haven't had any indication to think that he might be shifted, but you might have heard more than me. Jeff Short's back in town. Put in my second comment and you went straight past me. Do I keep watching? Jeff, I did not see that, mate. But that is pretty brutal that I skipped past my own dad's comment. Let's see if I can. Jeff, I'm only seeing 2 comments here, mate. Maybe the internet dropped out over in Marshall there. But, are you doing the quiz? I'll give the man a call. I'll give you a code. Fuck me. It does this every fucking time. This is crucial. This is crucial that I log in because sometimes I get logged out mid-quiz. There we go. I was just my tennis inbox seeing who's playing this week. Fuck, a lot of tabs. So you guys know the drill by now. You all know that you got to jump on to bookit.com, etc. But if you are new, there you go. In terms of code, 4487631. I forgot it already. 44. No, that's wrong. 4487631. What's that? Oh, the pig. So I still don't get this. Can you choose the thing? Yeah, right. That's cool. Let's get the big dog on here. Hudson, I'll answer your question in a minute. I'll probably get a few more in. This will be brutal if it calls through.
Hey, matey.
Jeffy boy, what's going on?
I'm a bit hurt, mate.
I did not see the comment.
You just went straight past me, mate. Straight past me.
Shit. What'd you say? I still don't see it.
Stare. It was about me handle. I tried to go on as Big Daddy Bear 1.
Big Daddy Bear 1.
Yeah, and it accepted it. And then I put in my first comment. It just comes up Jeff Short.
Oh, really? That's rough.
Yeah.
I thought Jeff Short was very formal of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted Big Daddy Bear 1.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm waiting for you to see it and everything. And
yeah. Look, mate, I've gone Control F and searched the whole comments, mate. I can't find it. So.
I don't know. Look, mate, it's not like trying to find something in your room.
Fucking hell, I might have to hang up on this one. Are you doing the quiz?
I haven't done enough homework this week, mate.
Oh, come on.
Mate, I'm tossing up whether to keep following you. Never mind.
I'm telling you, it didn't show up.
Mate, if you go back and find it.
I did.
I'm coming round.
Coming round.
I'm coming round now.
Can you scroll through the comments yourself?
It's there.
Take a photo, screenshot it. Do you know how to do that?
You tell Caitlin.
Yeah.
She's welcome to come around for tea in your place.
That's outrageous.
It is, mate, but come on. Take a spare.
Do you have any requests for dinner, Caitlin, as in food?
No, I don't really mind. Whatever.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. Well, yeah. So you're not doing the quiz?
No.
You are a coward.
Mate, I can't see through the tears.
This guy. All right.
I'm emotionally wrecked now.
Jesus Christ. This is a savage conversation. I've never had a phone conversation with 75 people listening in.
Yes, I know. Yes.
There you go. All right. Well,
I'll let you get back to it.
Yeah.
Just,
very sorry about
Very,
very sorry for any harm I may have caused. Please send through that screenshot of the comment.
Oh, man, if I can work out how
All right. I'll see you. I'll see you Friday night.
Yeah, not Sunday though.
See ya.
See you, mate.
Bye. Oh boy. My place in the will is in danger. Not that I'm hoping he totally lost my spot there. There you go, guys. Live phone call with Shorty's dad. So what more could you ask for? How are we going with the old quiz? We got 28 of his in there. Lovely. Let's get that over 40, mates. Let's get that over 40. Oh, fuck. Did you get the pig?
Yeah.
Nice. Hudson, should I trade Warple for Goulden or Merritt? I think I answered that one. I did. Oh, yeah, here it is. And then, Hudson said Merritt, Goulden, or Sicily. I'd still probably go Merritt, mate, but it might just depend what sort of rookies you have to expose in the forward line of the. You got a bit of a cough, or exposing the forward line or the back line. But yeah, of those three guys, I do prefer Merritt. Alex Baker says, concerned about Sinclair dropping CBA. Should I move sideways to Sicily? No, I actually think he scores better at half back. I know he's had some good games in the middle, but he's a player that I actually think his CBAs don't always replicate, a bit like Jaden Short sometimes last year. So, no, last week was a tougher day for him and the Saints in general, but no, back him in, mate. Back him in. Com says, brought in Goulden this week, going to VC him. Love the bloke. Better go big. I'll be barracking with all my heart against Goulden just so I can avoid these comments week on week, mate. Chappie, even though I'm a bit stuffed around 15 buy, do I still go Walsh and Sarong? Suits my buy better at this stage. Yeah, look, both good options. I would go Sarong. Fuck, no, I wouldn't. I'd go Walsh, mate. I was reading Sarong. I'd go Walsh. If buys no issue. Honestly, I haven't looked crazy close at the buys. It'll probably bite me on the ass, but BB2 shorty update for you with a job offer in Canberra. Yes, here we go. It was offered to me and I initially accepted it, then realized I don't want to live in Canberra, so I'm staying. Insert Leo Wolf for the Wall Street meme. That's good. So no need to go long distance with the GF, mate. That's good stuff. Well done on actually getting the job too. That's cool. But fair call, mate. Our man has chosen love, and we respect it. And I don't know if Canberra would be the best place to live either. Isn't it known for its porn industry? Asking for a friend.
Canberra?
Yeah.
A lot of Parliament.
Oh, yeah. Parliament and porn. I think that's all it's known for.
I didn't know that.
Says a bit about me, I guess.
Yeah.
Lockie. And lastly, Shorty, most important question, mate. What's your go-to lube? Mate, personally, I'm towards the Durex lube, but would love to hear your thoughts, mate. Look, we're going to pass on that one because it's pretty clear the old man's just listening in. So we're just going to sidestep that one. But do appreciate you. Oh, shit. As my sister just barges in. It's a fucking family affair here, mate. Jesus Christ. Let's start this quiz pretty soon, mate. We got 40 in there. I'm going to give it a couple more questions. Been a bit of fun tonight. Always is. So true, mate. So true. Austin, low-key Shorty reminds me of Joffa. Fucking hell. That is not something I want to be compared to, but thanks. Baggers, Jeff, you got to put him in his place on the golf course. Show him who's the boss. Short dog, you got to bring your game. I've been trying to get him out for a game, mate. I've been trying. Might be playing Sunday, Jeff. If you want to pop in, I think Jonah's playing, so he'll be pretty keen to get around it. BB also, I'm bringing in Dusty Cameron, Jury Merritt this week. Cash is becoming an issue. Yeah, fair call, man. It is an absolute issue for everyone. I mean, we need someone like Humphreys we definitely need something. 2 more questions, I reckon. What better way to finish than Annalie Harris, who I think is actually her. It is because it's that fucking minion. Marnus loose bus change. I'm trading Chandler to Humphrey. May potentially swing Mitchell to my back line next week for Cowan and then trade Cowan for Drury. Yeah, don't mind that, mate. I think Humphrey's a good option for sure. Get rid of a few of those dead rookies. I like it. And Annalie, ask your fans who used my who used my name on your quiz. Now, guys, last week there was a quiz name who was something along the lines of Annalie Harris, who was an imposter because she said she didn't do the quiz. So please show yourself. On that note, I don't think I've answered one from Rocky, so I'm going to give Rocky the last shout. Hey, mate, should I do Chandler and Ashcroft for Stewart and Sharp? Yes, anytime you can get Stewart in is a good option, mate. Sharp, job security, potentially iffy, but if you can't afford Humphrey, he's probably your best go. So, yeah, thanks for the questions, guys. Let's do it. Let's do this quiz. We got 44 in there. All the best. 12 questions. Let's do it. Question 1. How many goals did Carlton kick in the first half on the weekend? Oh, what? Get back in. Oh,
This
no.
always happens.
Does it? Oh, no. 4, 4, 8, 7, 6, 3, 1. Oh, is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Let's just say right now.
Fuck, that's so shit.
What else?
What's going on? Oh, that tested a few, actually. 17 was answered. Hot Puss Michaela M is back. I would really like to know who that is. Harvey, Pufferfish, James W, and Grimdog. So a few fresh names there. Question 2. Are you in?
It's not working.
Why not? What the fuck? That's brutal. Fuck. Has it ever done that before?
Not let me in completely.
Ah. How many goals did Dustin Martin and Trent Cotchin kick between them against the Cats? This was a painful one. This wasn't ideal. 6, 7, 8, or 9. One kicked 4, one kicked 3. It was 7, and most of you guys are getting that right.
I knew that.
You knew that one? Oh, no. Fuck. Lana, Tongue Puncher, Shorty's a cutie, Hot Puss, Michaela M, probably still in first, and Dossie. Michaela is up there. Unzip for Crip is also up there. Question 3. In the Siren Gate match in Tasmania, where the umpires didn't hear the siren, which St Kilda player kicked the behind to tie up the scores after the siren had sounded? Fuck, I said siren a bit in there, but you might have seen footage of this maybe a couple of weeks ago when the Tassie team was all the rage. Controversial one, but one of these Saints players did kick the point. He actually had 2 shots, and it was Steve Baker. And I think a few of his went Montano. I think he actually kicked the goal to put him within a point, I reckon. Lana getting in there fucking very quickly. That was rapid fire. Bentologvio, Tongue Puncher, Causa, BC Steel, Michaela still going nicely, and I was struggling to read those names quickly. Question 4. Which of these players has kicked the most goals just in their career, just in their whole career? Jack Higgins, Jack Ginnivan, Tyson Stengel, Alex Neil Bullen. I reckon this will trip a few up. Who do you reckon, Caitlin?
First one?
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Caitlin's 2 from 2. It was Jack Higgins, who's the only one of them to have 100 goals next to his name, and that was not a banana peel at all. 29 of you got it right. Nicely done. Lana is getting in less than a millisecond. That's wild. Maddie, GC Steele, Harvey, Dossie's in second. Unzip for Crip. Michaela's down to 5th, but Lana is first. Who's doing some sort of psychic abilities here with how quick they're getting in on the quiz. Who is leading Melbourne's goal kicking this year? Stack of goal kicking questions from Shorty today. I did this quiz over about 3 days. So Petrarca, Pickett, Chandler, or Fritsch? Just talking this year for the D's. I'm pretty sure it's Fritsch. Few went Chandler, but it is Bailey Fritsch. So I wonder if that shakes it up at all. Last place in first, Bentolovio. Marnus loose change to the old man. There he is. That must be Dad. Sven. And Bent is in first. Dossie, Maddie, unzip for Crip. Nicely done. Question 6, hitting the halfway mark. How many clubs did Reece Palmer play for? Real throwback here. I want to see the comments in the stream when I was talking to Dad on the phone. That'd be pretty funny. Mr. Monkman, can I have a shout out? There you go, mate. Just luck of the draw. Just saw your comment. Palmer, I did not know this. He's played for 3 clubs. A few of you knew it. I had no idea he played for Carlton. 1 game or something. That was news to me. Causer, tongue puncher, Bazzo, Shorty's a cutie, and Marnus getting in nicely there. On top is Dossie. Maddie's going nicely. Braden Sears snuck into that top 5 as well. Question 7. What number did Brian Lake wear in his 3 seasons at Hawthorn? 17, 36, 29, or number 8? I think his 3 seasons were all 3 flags too, I think. Got an Norm Smith medal, and he did that all in number 17, which most of you got it right. A few thought it was 36. That's what he wore at the Dogs. Little sneaky one there from Shorty. Marnus, nicely done. Pufferfish, James W, Jesse B, Jack Steele, or 6, Sexy Steele. Dossie's still on top. Matty is close. Bent's there. Marnus is there. I didn't see the last name. It's pretty close up the top. Question 8. Some people must just go bang and guess immediately. That's wild. Which one of these Saints had 30 or more disposals on the weekend? So there's only one. You can only select one. Jack Steele, Brad Crouch, Jack Sinclair, or Hunter Clark. I think most of you, I feel like there's a 50-50 because we're all over Jack Steele and Jack Sinclair in terms of SuperCoach, and we know they didn't have their greatest days. It was Brad Crouch. I think he might have 30 on the dot. Most of you's getting that right. Well played. James W, Bent, Harvey, Steele, and Owen getting in there nice and quick, number 5. Dossie still on top. Matty into second. Bent, Causer, and Braden Sear in 5. Question 9. Last year, Melbourne went out in straight sets, losing to which 2 teams? Geelong and Fremantle, Sydney and Brisbane, Collingwood and Richmond, Fremantle and Brisbane. Can Dossie hold on for the lead, mate? Matty was closing in pretty close there. Regular in the quiz is Matty. Sydney and Brisbane was the answer. Again, the majority getting it right. Might have been the quickest in, might be crucial here. Big fella, Luke Mack, AIDS, Causer, and it's a risky name. Matty's on top. Dossie, Causer, Bent, and Bazzo. Did you see that? Fucking hell, mate. Question 10. Who is the leading tackler this year? Ruben Jimby, Tommy Liberatore, Matty Rao, James Rowbottom. 3 questions left. Seems like a bit of a battle in the top 2 or 3 here.
Are these post office socks?
No, I don't know. Dad gave me those.
You look like post office socks. Those
Shit.
are the ones I have.
Fuck. Matt Rowell again. Shorty needs to throw a tough question in here because there's a couple of ones that most of you are getting in. I can't remember what I put. Marnus was in nicely quick. Spen, James, Hughes in there. Big fellas on a bit of a run. And Matty's on top by 12. Dossie, Hughes into the top 3. He's come real nicely into the top 5 there. Question 11. West Coast had 1 player in last year's All-Australian squad. Who was it? Tom Barrass, Nick Naitanui, Jeremy McGovern, or Shannon Hearn? 40 of you guys are in already. I'm going to say this is the deciding question. I can't remember what I did the last question, but I reckon this is a banana peel. This will slip them up. I feel like most will go McGovern. Fuck, the kids are smart out there. Fucking hell. I didn't know that. I would have thought it was McGovern, but Tommy Barrass was the answer. Steele in nice and quick. Tongue puncher. Marnus, he'll be thereabouts. Errol and Grimdog. Who's on top? Still Matty with a solid lead. Marnus is close, but this could be Matty's time. Question 12. Just has to get it right. We've been talking about him all night. What number does Rising Star nominee Bailey Humphrey wear? We're talking about the bastard all night. He'll come into our sides. We'll know his number in a week, but do we know it now? 7, 6, 21, or 19? And this was just another one that I didn't know either. Loose sort of a haircut too on the lad. Pretty sure he wears number 19. Few of yous went 6. I wonder who's won this. In third place, Dossie. Oh, equal second. Wow, righto. And Maddie wins. Very nicely done. Hugh and Doss tied with 397. And Maddie, let me know in the comments. I think that might be your first quiz win. Nicely done. How'd we go overall? Causa was there nicely. Braden didn't get a question wrong. You got to respect that. Spen, James, Marnus finished like a house on fire. Grimdog, Bent was up there for most of the time. Bazzo, Bazlenka, Big Fella, Loogie Mac. If that was the old man, just a 7 out of 12. He'll be disappointed with that. Michaela M dropped off. They were up and about early. And where was Lana? So Lana was going nuts early and then only got 4 out of 12. But that was interesting. Someone was Annalie. Oh, no. Jeff Short left early. Well, that was someone went you. Oh, that was you. That was you because you were. That's weird, isn't it? I wonder why it does that.
Maybe because I logged on really quick and then I was just like fucking on my phone.
Yeah. Marnus is deeply disappointed with my performance here. It should have been an easy victory for me. Oh, no. Bazzo reckons he choked a couple up. Maddie, hell yeah, first win. Nicely done, Maddie. Well played. Regular on the channel, so we love to see it. I want to see the comments around when I was on the phone. Hippo or Hypo SuperCoach. That's funny. Where was it? Oh, I reckon it was here. Where was that comment? Oh, thank you. Our next topic is bed sheets, silk or cotton brand. The time before they shall be changed. Opinions needed. Thoughts on the sheets, Caitlin?
I feel like you can't have an opinion on this.
Nah, probably sheets isn't my strongest suit.
No, you want no sheets on your bed. And with no inside out.
Oh boy. Where was that comment? No, who knows? Too hard to really know. Anyway, good stuff. Good stuff all around, ladies and gentlemen. What rookie are you going for this week, Steve? I am going Bailey Humphries, my friend. I think he's the guy to go. And geez, Lockie and Baggers are getting all sorts of reckless. I might sign off, guys. I don't think Dad's texted me through that screenshot, so he might have been talking some absolute shit. Thanks, big fella. Thanks for joining me, mate. Appreciate it. Jonas, you just fucking had to, didn't you, mate? I was having a good night and you just had to throw that at me. But I'll be back tomorrow night. TikTok, I'll have my trades, and of course we'll preview the round. I'll see if anything interesting happens. I might have a story or two for you. But yeah, thanks again for all the questions or your involvement. It really makes it a great bit of fun. Definitely love a bit of the banter that gets thrown around. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Austin saying Jeff is the GOAT. I hope you guys, it's his first for everything. Phone call live with Dad on the stream. You don't get that every day. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good weekend. Cheers.